Hey, I'm Sarah Corriher, and also the Crusader gal. I call myself the Crusader gal in large part because I want to remind people of the days when Christians were willing to stand for what was right, even fight for what was right if necessary. Now we live in a world where Christians so often don't. Christians are neutered and don't even follow their own faith. Anyway, on this channel, I discuss politics with an emphasis on American politics from a conservative perspective. I also cover news, morality very often, and religion from time to time. I'm concerned about decency, so you won't ever hear profanity or outright vulgarity from me. I aim to be basically as family-friendly as my topics allow. Okay? At the same time, libtards should know that this isn't a safe space. The reason for that is because I'm not willing to lie. I'm not willing to lie or politically censor myself to protect anyone's feelings. Ultimately, you can either be politically correct or you can be correct, but you can't be both. And I've chosen. People who are new to my channel pretty much always bring up my accent and they ask where it's from. I originally came from England, and so my accent is basically a merging of the northern England with southern United States. What's interesting about it is that so often Americans think that I sound English, whereas people who hear me from England think that I sound American. So that's the way it is. In any case, by coming to America, I escaped an immoral society and a tyrannical government. Don't get me wrong, not all the English are bad, of course, but the society at large is warped and dying. Most Americans can benefit from the insights that I can provide because, to be completely honest, Americans have had it too good for too long, and they no longer recognize the uniqueness of their country. In a very real sense, America saved me, and I would like to save it. Now, for a long time, I didn't publicly speak out about politics after I arrived in the United States, and that's because I considered myself a guest in someone else's land. I didn't feel like I had a right to speak about or to interfere in someone else's political quarrels. Then I saw parallels between what is happening here in the United States and what I saw happen in England that ultimately led to England's demise. That's when I knew that I had to speak up, and I've been speaking up since. I've worked at Healthwise Media at healthwise.org for the past 10 years, and as I'm producing these videos, I intend to continue embracing the same journalistic principles that I did at Healthwise. I'll explain things clearly and simply, without ever going so far as to insult anyone's intelligence, of course. Then there's that truth thing also, that so many journalists nowadays seem to ignore. Yeah, that matters too. Now, to get reliable and updated information about me, you can always go to my website, sarahcorriher.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the mailing list that's at the bottom of the page, because you can subscribe here, and sure, go for it. But don't expect to remain subscribed, because you probably won't be. Especially don't expect to be notified of new videos reliably, because, to put it simply, Big Tech hates me. They hate me for all of the reasons that I just described. I tell the truth, I care about morality, I'm Christian, I'm conservative. For all of these different reasons, they loathe me. So if you want to be notified of my videos, go by my website. If you want to find out more about me, go by my website. And I hope to speak with you again soon.